Hi, greetings. This is my fourth Teach for America blog. I took a day off from blogging because it was the last day of the pre-institute induction, is what they call it, and it was a really long day because we had a lot of work to do, and I didn't feel very good during the day, and then afterwards they took us out to dinner. Like, we had 2 hour break before they took us out to dinner, and then it was just late and I was tired. I didn't have it in me. Today was like the only like pseudo day off that we had, which, I mean, it's only been 5 days, so, but 4 days. But we were supposed to have the day off, and there was a registration for the institute, which is the training that they do, and they do training, like, which is like the in the school training where you're actually teaching students. And I, they give us a schedule, and we do the institute starts like on according to the schedule that we've been informed of and emailed and everything like that. The institute, the training starts on Monday, and the induction, which is what the pre-stuff that we've been doing, that I've been talking about, ended yesterday. So Sunday was a day off, except for the fact that we had to register for the institute. But then, so I was so excited. I've been looking forward to like having a dinner and spending time with the family and Paul and everything, and my husband, and then they tell us at the last minute that there's a mandatory meet and greet dinner for you to meet your team and all this and talk about what we're doing the next day. And I really wanted to do that because I want to meet my team. I want to know who to talk to, who I can, where to go and everything like that. But at the same time, just I just couldn't stand the idea of not seeing my family. Like, I could easily say the reason why is because I don't want to let my daughter down, because she's 7 and she was wanting to see me, and that is the truth. But what the core motivation for me is that I couldn't handle, like, I cannot deal with being away from her. I know there are military people out there who are serving and they leave their family, and I don't know how they do it. Honestly, I cannot see how they leave so long. I had a friend who was telling me, like, oh yeah, you're regretting it right now, but once you get there, you'll be like, whew, this is a relief. Nah, it's not a relief. I I get when you get like when you have a kid and you have a really nice, close, affectionate relationship with your child and a husband too, and you get like thousands of kisses and hugs, uh, just complete unlimited affection, and then all of a sudden it's taken away from you. I mean, you go through DTs. I mean, I seriously, I'm going through cuddle withdrawals. I need to have my babies, and I had to do it. I had to decide that my family was going to have to come first on this time, because and I don't feel so bad about it because it wasn't something that was on the schedule. It was kind of like, seriously, the way the schedule's laid out is this day we have only one thing: register at 10 a.m. I went, registered, and then I was done. So it's like, I feel like, okay, I did that, and then when we register, that's when they tell us that we have dinner. And I didn't think it was mandatory, but then someone else told me that it was mandatory, and I didn't know who to talk to, because by the time I discovered that this was a mandatory event, all the staff members were gone. I couldn't find them. So I skipped out on the dinner. So now I feel like really bad, because I definitely am not the type of person to skip anywhere, especially without talking to anybody. I did talk to everybody that I knew and got their opinion, who were, some staff members, alumni, volunteers. I joined that parent affiliation group that, it's kind of like a support group for working parents. I text them and I asked them what they thought about it, and most of them said that that's good, but, I did get the alumni on staff said, well, you're going to have plenty of chance, there's going to be plenty of times where you're going to have emergency situations as a parent, and you'll have to leave, and you want to save your mom card for that, and you don't want to just like the first time you meet everybody just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I got my kids, more important, blah blah blah. And I can totally see where she's coming from. Like, that makes perfect sense, and I agree with her, but I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't. Like, I didn't have it in me. And it bothers me because it's like, it bothers me because it's like, I don't know, like, I know that the program is geared towards recent graduates that are young and that are like geared up. I mean, they don't got anything better to do. Well, I'm not going to say they don't have anything better to do. Well, actually, no, they don't, because this is the best things you can be doing, is serving and trying to help and, create equality, equity, and education. But, so, no, they don't have anything better to do. And for the most part, I feel like this is the best thing for me. But I mean, there is something to be said. Like, somebody said something to me, and it really struck a chord. It was like, the students that I'll be serving, as a teacher, they can get another teacher, but I can only have one kid. I mean, she can only have one mom. Like, I'm going to be her mom, the only one and only. So I have to be there. I have to. So it was conflictual, and it really caused a lot of stress, emotional stress on me. And that's pretty much the theme of this whole thing. Like, it's like, you believe in something, you got to fight for it. It's not easy. It's stressful. It's emotional. You've got just a lot of conflicts, mental conflicts, and everything going back and forth. And so far, what's really getting to me is, like, so far, this is, the first week, and I already feel like my motherhood has interfered with my teaching. And that was one of my fears. That's always been one of my fears. Can I do this and be a mom? Like, can I leave my family for 6 weeks and just see them on the weekends and still be a good mom? And so this was the time that I was like, well, I chose motherhood over this service. And I don't know. I hope that this isn't going to be I hope it's not going to be a problem. But I was told by other, like, fellow parents that this isn't easy. This is not going to be easy, and sometimes you're going to have to defend yourself and stand up. But I didn't expect to have to do it the first week. I thought maybe somewhere along the line, But now I have to introduce myself to my team leader, my boss, essentially, as, hey, I'm a mom, and that's first, and I don't want to come across like that, because I do believe in it, and I definitely think the idea of having a meet and greet dinner before hey, it's like, on the schedule, it's like, hey, meet up at 6 o'clock in the morning and da da da. It's just like, it makes sense to the night before have a little dinner and meet each other and kind of see what your team leader wants out of you, and they can kind of fill you out. But I'm coming in there with a bad impression, or not. Like, I don't know, maybe my team leader will say, oh, well, I respect that, I respect that you have standards and that you believe in your family and this, that, and the other, and I totally understand. Like, I don't know what to expect. Like, I imagine, like, I would do that. That'd be how I would do it. Like, if somebody came to me and was real with me and said, oh, it wasn't anything, like, it wasn't a fact that I didn't care, or I didn't want to be there, or that I didn't think it was important. It was solely based on the fact that I had to be with my family. I had to. I guess I could have skipped out, but I was tore up inside. I've been a wreck, and it's not been easy, and I needed it. I needed to be with my family. And so I stand strong on the reasons why, but I don't know what kind of a reaction I'm going to get. So I'm a little nervous about that. But, whoa, what a day. But I really, like, aside from that, I got to see my family. I got to spend the day with Paul, and I went and we went out to eat and had some Thai food for lunch, and then I don't know, we just had a really good time together, just in Atlanta, in the city. And then we met up with my mom and my brother and my sister-in-law and had dinner with Ellie, of course. And then I got a lot of cuddling in. Not as much cuddling as I require, but I got my fix, I guess. I mean, I got my cuddle fix, as I call it. But I got some good love, and she's a really good cuddler. And I already want to cuddle some more, so just gonna have to I have a body pillow here. Here, my body pillow. Closest thing I have. I miss my family. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because, like I said, I have to get up probably like 5 in the morning tomorrow. So, and it is midnight. It's midnight. Well, 2 minutes to midnight. Big deal. Whatever. 2 minutes. I'll wake up at 6. I'll wake up at 5:02. And that'll give me that perfect amount of sleep I need. Anyways, so good night, and thank you again for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and for all you working parents out there, I feel your pain. I support you. I respect you, and especially for the single ones. I truly think that single parents are just like the heroes of the world. Like, I do. I think you're my hero, and I want nothing but happy, good things for you, because that's not an easy job. So anyway, signing off, and good night, and peace, love, and laughter to all.